from Mauritius, and I'm here today for Africa Web TV. Today I'm just going to talk a bit about cultural differences between Mauritius and Holland. I moved here 6 years ago, and for me it was quite shocking because it's like we have a lot of cultural differences. First is like I think we African people we really like to talk, and Dutch people they don't really have the time to talk. So I was a bit like thinking at the beginning maybe it's a bit more like they're a bit racist, but actually it's not. They're really busy with their life, so that's the reason they don't really have too much time for people. Secondly, it was their food. I first tasted the food called stamppot, which was really for me disgusting, without any flavor. It was just like boiled potato mashed with some sausage boiled. So what I decided to make it like the Mauritian way. I started like making it with a lot of onions and chilies, just to bring back our taste, our really like spicy, yummy taste to the Dutch food. Another thing I noticed here, people are really busy with their life and they don't even have any time for their family, which is a bit sad. For us, like I come from an extended family, so it's more like we live all together, we give a lot of time to each other, but here we have to make an appointment just to go to visit my schoonmoeder, which is my mother-in-law. And if you go exactly 6 o'clock while they are eating, you have to wait. And then when they finish eating, then you can have a cup of coffee. But in Mauritius, it's completely different. If you go to someone's house, it's like there's always food, and even there is no food, they will just make something really fast for you. Arriving here, I took a lot of initiative from the Dutch people, and I started swimming, taking driving lessons. But in Mauritius, it's more like your parents will always kind of like say, oh, you cannot do that, you're a girl, or like, you know, it's dangerous, all these things. So these things are a bit negative from Africa, I think. But it depends on your parents also. But here it's a bit, they are more independent, which I really like. I also noticed like being a woman back home, it's like you're more in a box. You cannot do a lot of things, and you have to always listen to your partner, like, oh, you have to ask permission if you want to go to the shop, or like you want to go to a wedding, or you want to do something, you always need a permission. But here, as I married a Dutch guy, for me it's very easy. I don't need anybody permission. If I want to do something, I'll just let him know and I'll just go for it. Like, you don't need to be scared. And instead of putting you down, I notice like the Dutchmen, they always encourage you to do things by yourself and trying to be more independent. In Mauritius, like I was quite religious, and a lot of things I learned, it's like you cannot do this, you cannot do that. But here I try to do what is good for me, not what's best for other people. So that's the thing like I learned in Holland, is like it's not like what people say, but it's also like what you want to do and what you feel best to do. So that one of the things is also like I think I learned from Holland. I've noticed like I prefer to live in Holland, in Europe, because I am more independent here. I'm learning more every day, and I can take my own decision. But in Mauritius, it's like my parents were taking my decision. Even I'm 31, I had to still listen to my parents. But here it's more like I am my own individual. I can learn what I want, I can do what I want, and what's best for me, I can think about that. But there it's more like you have to always think about the society, what people's gonna say, what your neighbor gonna think. But here it's not like that, and nobody cares what you're wearing. But back in Mauritius, you cannot wear short skirt because I'm Muslim. You cannot put lipstick because you're like seeking attention from men. But here it's not like that. It's like you can dress the way you want and you can just do what you want. So that I think is the best thing that I learned from Europe, and that's the reason that I would prefer to live here at the moment, and maybe I retire in the beautiful island of Mauritius, but that's when I'm 60, so I have still like around 30 years. For me, I think what's best in Mauritius is like we are very close to our family. We can go anytime to our parents to eat, and we can hang out together after work. So that's really the things that I'm missing. and also like the family and the beautiful places, the nice sea, the weather is something that is really, you know, I miss there. And also the great food. In Mauritius we have so many yummy dishes. One of them is biryani. It's like, well, the origin is from India, but it's still like I miss that food, and I miss the cassava and everything. So what I'm trying to do is more like taking a bit of my own culture and taking a bit of the Dutch culture and put it together to make the perfect life for me. Is that what suits me and my family? And I want to bring my daughter also, like, in a way that she learns a bit from like the Dutch culture and a bit from the Mauritian culture, and put it together and give the best out of it. This is Husna from Africa Web TV. Have a lovely day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.
I'm a king, yes, I'm a king.